what do you think the biggest shift will be among these players? Is it
Yeah.
the mentality, like many of the experts say?
I don't know about mentality. Well, it may be mentality, but in a more relaxed way now, because now they know that they can do it.
Yeah.
So hopefully then that takes them on to win more and more.
Yeah.
In a way, when we lost in the Champions League final, I felt it was a good thing.
Okay.
Obviously disappointing,
Yes.
of course, but a good thing is that we didn't win them both in the same season. Because
The bar would have
it's
been
massive.
too high. Yeah.
And then it's going to be hard to
Yes.
to better that.
Yeah.
So that the chance now or the expectation of now trying to win the Premier League, and then I think the most important thing for Arsenal at the moment is trying to win the Champions League. Because the club have never won it.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that the players want to create history for the club. That will be amazing.
We'll have a chat about the expectations for the season in just a moment, but I also wanted to ask you, I'm talking about the first two games of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Community Shield win over City, the victory over Coventry as well, which was as smooth sailing as it could have been. It almost feels like the boys are playing with complete freedom. There's no pressure on their shoulders. And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but for large portions of last season, especially the middle part and towards the tail end, you could see they were just trying to desperately get it across the line.
Tension.
There was no desire to play free-flowing football or attack without any pressure. It was just about getting it across the line. But it seems to have shifted.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're right. But like you said, like last season, people then started criticising us because we were just doing set pieces and we whatnot. So, do what you're good at.
Yeah.
And like you said, that got us over the line. But now, looking at the City game, everybody's focusing on how bad City were. But no, have a look at how good Arsenal were. Because we played really well in that game. And then obviously the start of the season at home against Coventry, good start. It's a game that you think, oh yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah.
It's not like you've got like Liverpool at home or City at home. So the players I feel that they are more relaxed, but they're still driven. And the reason that they're driven is Mikel. He's so driven, even at the training ground. And I'm lucky because I get to coach there once a week, and I see all these little bits where he gets everyone involved, not just the players and the coaching staff, but like the training ground staff, the chefs, like everyone. He wants the best out of everybody.
It feels like a unit now. Then
it always has. Even when things weren't going right, he was still doing the same sort of things, getting everyone involved, and it was great to see. And I was always one of the players or ex-players that would stick up for him because I could see what was going on. And a lot of other players didn't have that opportunity, or ex-players. So I was like, no, believe in the process. Because a lot of people, what process? We can't see anything. I'm like, no, trust me, believe in it.